What I'm about to explain will change the way you perceive reality. If you are done repeating the same cycles of suffering over and over again and feeling stuck in loops, this video is going to be for you. In this video, not only am I going to show you why your reality keeps repeating negative patterns, but also I will explain why certain events keep unfolding the same way within your reality. First things first, we have to understand that everything that exists in our reality does so through time, balance, and rhythm. The universe is breathing in cycles, and reality as we perceive it is a visible manifestation of that breathing, always moving between potential and form, tension and release. We've been told that everything in the universe is created by the motion of energy, by energy traveling, being directed, or by particles interacting with one another. But in reality, energy itself never really moves. Energy is the difference in potential. It is something that creates pressure or tension. And we exist within this pressure. Everything is happening and being created when thought directs stored potential into action. In other words, it's not just thinking about something, it's willingly choosing it. And that decision moves potential into expression. Now, some of you might say, well, we've been told that you create reality through your thoughts. Well, the way I see it, thought is not just imagination or mental pictures. It's more like attraction. Think of thought as intelligence that creates where potential goes. Not imagination, more like a command. What we call motion from atoms to planets is actually a sequential change of pressure around a motionless center. The center itself is always still. What moves is the electric current surrounding it, continuously stretching and releasing. Think of it again like breathing. Everything in the universe is pulsating, expanding, contracting, and when those pulsations layer over one another, they create the impression that everything is actually in motion. Compression and release are just two phases of the same thing. Okay? Whatever is created will eventually die. But what is at the zero center of this process? It is pure potential. So everything in our universe is a cycle of compression and release. Anything that is manifested, a thought or an action, a form or relationship, it is all temporary. The moment of creation is just one phase of this cycle, and eventually it dissolves back into potential, aka death. Reality is not static, it is a flow of expression and return, like a wave. It appears, creation, and then it goes back to the ocean, dissolution. While everything forms and dissolves at the center of this process, nothing is moving. It is pure potential, waiting to become something. The zero center is like the source of all possibilities, untouched by past or future creation. So, creation exists at the edges. The center is always untouched, empty, yet still full of all possibilities. And that's why the events in your life, they don't show you what you've done, they show you what you didn't do. Your reality revolves around unresolved actions, whatever hasn't been finished, and not around the past or the future. The present moment is whatever has not yet been brought into balance through completion. To help you better understand this, imagine a balloon. You blow it up, that's creation. Eventually, it deflates, that's dissolution. But the air in the bubble is still there, waiting to be redirected, which is pure potential. So whenever negative things persist in your life and you don't understand why this is happening, or maybe the same patterns keep repeating over and over again, there's actually an explanation for this. You're holding potential without release. Because as we said, reality revolves around whatever unresolved tension you have going on. For example, if you're stuck in an unhappy relationship or a job that you hate, there's immense amount of potential charge stored inside of you. And until it is released, you will keep seeing the same reality. Reality will keep showing you events where your choice wasn't unified. Let's say, for example, you hate your job, but you cannot quit right away. You contemplate and doubt trying to negotiate with yourself, like, the job market sucks right now, or maybe there are no other jobs for me that will hire me. Reality will keep showing you the same situations where you'll be in the job that you hate until your choice is certain. And it will keep repeating and repeating and repeating until your choice is absolutely certain. And when I say certain, I mean it's aligned between your will, body, and action. A unified will, okay? But it's important also for you to understand this. A unified will does not mean running away impulsively. It means your body, mind, and decision say the same thing. No maybe, no later, no I'll stay and see how it goes. It's a certain unified decision. For example, this happened to me too. I kept working jobs that were not right for me. Every time I would think, my God, I hate this job. I hate this job. Every day I felt exhausted before I even went to work. I would quit or get fired and find another job. And the same pattern repeated. The jobs were different, but my perception stayed the same. I knew that a part of me wanted to quit, but another part stayed in fear. Fear of uncertainty, fear of judgment, or fear of falling into nothing. Part of me said, I need to leave. This is not for me. Another part of me said, stay a bit longer, maybe things will get better. Maybe it's not that bad. And this belief created tension. And that tension, reality just mirrored it, giving me the same situations over and over again. Only when I realized what was happening did I finally break the cycle. Only when I stepped off fully did the new path open. I realized it will keep happening until the inner polarity is resolved. And resolution here is not changing your thinking or changing your feelings towards it. You cannot convince yourself everything is fine and collapse the loop. No, the only solution here is choosing without internal contradiction. Loops exist because a decision that you made wasn't complete or your will was split, okay? Like it was happening to me also. Part of me said, this is not for me, and another part of me said, I will stay a bit longer and see how it goes. So the pressure was created, and reality kept recreating the same conditions. Now, let me explain this in more detail because this is crucial, okay? When we contemplate, choose, or want to do something but don't do it, we create energy potential. And this energy potential lives in our bodies, waiting to be released. And those situations where the choice is not certain, in which there is an imbalance, in which excess energy potential is created, they keep repeating over and over again. There's a phenomenon in psychology called Zeigarnik effect, where unfinished or interrupted events are remembered better than completed ones. That causes overthinking and the repetition of patterns until the loop is fully resolved. For example, when you meet a person and there's this chemistry between you, right? They give you signals, but they don't actually take any action. You wonder, do they really like me, or am I just making this up? You're confused, right? And here you go. The loop is created. Unfinished loops hold our attention, and suppressed reactions don't disappear anywhere. They wait until there's a completion. This is why people you almost had something with haunt you more than the real axis, and unanswered signals creates obsessions. It's like your body prepares to act, but the action is blocked, so the energy remains suspended. And suspended energy wants symmetry, so it recreates the same pattern somewhere else. So again, in other words, your body develops potential to react to the situation, but it's suppressed because maybe of our social norms or ego suppressing them. And this potential, looking for a positive completion, again seeks out similar interactions. This is how patterns form. For example, avoidance patterns. If you avoid making a decision or taking action repeatedly, similar circumstances keep arising until the action is actually taken. That's literally because energy potential cannot discharge until the choice is actualized. And for example, rumination. You think repeatedly about the same event or a problem because the brain hasn't resolved the emotional tension. It is your mind's way of seeking balance. So if you were to take only one thing from this video, let it be this. Reality reflects only the states of equilibrium and disequilibrium within you. When a choice is half made or still in suspension, reality doesn't collapse into a new state, it stays oscillating. Think of it like this. A clear decision releases pressure, so the reality will catch up to it. Indecision holds pressure, and the reality repeats itself. Not because reality wants you to suffer or go through the same lessons or whatever, but because nothing has changed at the center. Reality doesn't punish indecision. It only holds the energy in suspension until the intention is resolved. And it will keep arranging the same situations that mirror that suspension until it is fully resolved. I believe this explains why you're feeling heaviness, the looping, the pressure around decisions. You're literally sitting at the center in suspension, feeling the potential, wanting, waiting to be released. So the reality wants you to make a choice. It wants you to express yourself, to complete the cycle. It wants participation, okay? Just like standing waves in physics oscillate until the energy is released, your reality keeps cycling until you release your tension and complete your choice. So, reality is not something that moves forward in time. It is something that is alive and it is breathing. And whatever you refuse to leave becomes the pressure that moves your life for you. In essence, reality is not driven by motion or struggle. It is driven by balance restoring itself. Your goal should be to not force decisions, but to finally see where that excess energy is being held. Stop pretending you're undecided when you already know what to do, and let it complete itself, even if it's hard and scary. So now that you know, you can finally leave this job. You can finally speak up, grieve, or just end the hope, because hope holds more tension than fear. Life is not asking you to think differently. It is asking you to finish what you've begun. It's asking you to finish what you've started, internally and externally, because when you refuse participation, reality will keep adding pressure. But once you act, pressure will dissolve. So, you don't suffer because reality needs you to suffer. You suffer because balance needs to be restored through you. So decide fully, act fully, and reality will finally catch up to you. Okay?